Hello, world. This is Nick Jackson, and I am on site at Lockland High School. Today's interview is going to get you. It's about self-discipline. Get ready. Yes, world. This is Nick Jackson, and this is your One Word Wednesday. I'm here with my man, the principal of Lockland High School, Adam Raby. Adam, say hello to the world.
How we doing, world? Thanks for having me on today, Nick. Excited to talk to you about self-discipline today.
Yeah, so you already said it. You know what the word is, right? Today, the word is self-discipline. When you hear that word, what do you think of?
The ability to make oneself better is where I go with. The things that you put in place in your own life to make sure you're fulfilling your goals, your dreams, and moving in the right direction.
Yeah, man. Speaking of the right direction, I'm in Lockland right now, right? I'm in your school right now. I know for a fact, like, you are a seasoned educator. You've been a football coach. You've done all of these amazing things, right? Like, Lockland is not known as the best school or the easiest job, right? Like, why in the world would you choose this to be the place where you leave your legacy? Why is that?
One thing, it's a unique opportunity for me is the chance that I get to come home. This is where I'm from. This is where I get to dig into the community a little bit more with some of the connections that I have. So it's a great opportunity for me to come in and make a difference and make an impact. You're right. You're right. Lockland is not the best, but I think we're heading in that direction. And I think because of self-discipline that we speak about with our kids on a regular basis, and improving ourselves, that helps the total picture here at Lockland. I also think that, these kids need somebody. I think sometimes they feel maybe they were left out or they were given up on. So I think being here to be that person to let them know that I'm not going anywhere. And I'm here to fight with you. We're going to get better together. And one day you're going to come back and say, hey, I'm here at Lockland and it's the best school in Cincinnati. Yeah. And I'm going to be proud that you've coming back to give me that interview opportunity as well.
Yeah, hey, exactly. I plan on being here on that day. Now, I also want to say this. Now, when you're going here, your family's coming with you. Like you're from here, but you currently don't live here anymore, right? Like, your family is also invested because you're invested. And I know it has to get hard. Where does your hope come from? Like what you just said, like, there's this level of belief in it, right? Where does your belief system come from? Where is this coming from?
I think that's the values that I've put in myself, that I've learned throughout some of the coaches that I've had here at Lockland, some of the educators that I've gone through. Just that belief that hard work pays off is my biggest thing. I get up every morning and I'm going to put the most effort that I can put into this place. I'm going to put the most effort that I can put into my family. I'm going to give the most effort that I can put into, coaching, if that's what I'm doing on that day. Whatever it is, effort is the biggest thing. And I think effort turns into hope at some point. When you keep plowing forward and you keep working and you keep punching the bag, eventually good things are going to happen. And I think that's what we got to do here at Lockland. But even in personal life, it's the same thing. Things aren't always going to go your way. And it's how you persevere over top of that. It would be easy to shut down. It'd be easy to say, you're right, I'm out of here. I've had enough. I'm leaving. I'm going to a so-called better district.
Right.
And then getting there, and those problems follow you. So until you take care of your problems and do what you need to do, to instill that mindset, that's never going to change. It's going to be a cycle at a different place. So I think, like I said, hard work and work ethic, those two things lead to hope.
So I got to go into this because this is something that's real in my life and your life too. In this school, as I walked from the parking lot to your office, I noticed that this is not the richest school district, and it is incredibly biracial, right? And when I say it's not the richest, I mean the neighborhood has had some issues up and down, right? But I saw some great kids. Right? Like kids that said hi when I spoke to them and all that other kind of stuff, right? Now, we just came out of a season in COVID-19 where there was rioting going on. There was some dissension between the races. You and I, we may be of different hues as we're having this interview right now. Have you had a conversation with your students about what's been going on in the world, and how have they taken coming back in you being their leader?
Yeah, we have some of those conversations. I think our teachers are having those conversations as well. We want to be transparent. We want to make sure that we're educating our kids, not just with textbooks, But in real life situations, I mean, I just left an awesome meeting with a student to hear her story and go, whoa, man, like I would have never walked in those shoes. So I can't even imagine or assume that I have. So, it's the same type thing when we talk white and black. I've never walked your shoes, so please educate me. And I think that's the stance that I've taken a lot during these times, during this time of, unrest and protests and, I don't want to say black versus white, because I don't think it's that. I think it's more against, blue lives or the police and things that could be changed. But yeah, that's the way that I've kind of handled it. And I think our students are seeing that, and they're able to ask questions, and they don't feel like they're going to get beat down on or anything like that. It's just been great open conversation that we've been able to have with a lot of our students. And I think they're valuing that. And I think they feel valued when we do that, when we're not barking down at them and this is how things go. And we flip that script and give them a voice. I think that's all young people want anymore. I mean, that's all the people that want right now. You know what I mean? That's why we're going through these times. They just want a voice. And if you give them that platform to at least let them get what they want to say out, I mean, we could change the world. And again, that goes back into what we're doing here a lot at Lockland, is giving our kids that voice finally, letting them speak, letting them be heard, so that we can start changing.
Yeah, and speaking of start changing, if you had one message, now not everybody gets to have you as their principal, and I gotta let you guys know, the one thing about Adam Raby that I know is his consistency. Like, he's consistently open to the students. He's consistently like living a life of hope, so that his expectations for these kids are extra high, and you feel it when you come in. I mean, like the kindness of the kids and the love that they have for me. A lot of them didn't even know me, and it's awesome. If you were to speak to everybody else's students, and all these kids that you're not able to coach and or teach or be their principal, right? If you were to talk about self-discipline for them, what is one message that you'd want them to leave with?
One of the big things is what's your legacy? I like to ask that question. What are you leaving behind? And I think self-discipline, the values and things that you put inside yourself and the ways that you're going to attack that are going to help you leave that legacy behind. Like I said, I got the great opportunity to come back to my own community here. I want to leave a legacy here. I want them to remember Mr. Raby. It's kind of selfish of me to say, and it kind of sounds goofy coming out, but it's real. I don't want to be just another principal in the building. I want people to know that, man, that guy did something different. I don't know what it was yet. I can't quite figure it out, but there was something about him. And again, I think that goes back to self-discipline. How do I treat people right off the bat? How do I, operate on a day-to-day basis? What am I doing? The consistency piece, the people know when they come into my office, yeah, Mr. Raby, I messed up today. And they know I'm not going to hold a grudge on them. I'm going to invite them back with open arms, and we're going to figure out the day tomorrow. And people start to build off of that. Where I'm not going to shame somebody. I'm not going to put them down. We're going to figure it out together. We're going to work together and move forward. But those values, I think, that you're putting in yourself, and that legacy question. I love to ask that question, man. When I was a football coach, there's nothing better. There's the same question I could ask the senior class that I could go in behind and ask the freshman class. Do you want to be known for a 40-0 high school career, or do you want to be known for an 0-40 career? What are you doing, freshman? What are we going to do to get to that point? Are you going to make sure you're at practice every day? Are you going to make sure you're doing this? And it's all the same in the education world. Are you going to open up your textbook every day? Are you going to listen to your teacher every day? Are you going to treat the people that come into your life with respect every day? Those types of things that we can do and that we control, will foster that environment of what you want to become. So I think that's why self-discipline's super important.
I got to tell you, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. The two things that really stuck out to me is, one, you said we're going to do this together. Like, there's so many administrators, so many principals. I mean, I've been to this school multiple times, that not everybody has had that specific mindset. Like, we're going to do this together, especially if the kid did something wrong. The thought process of we're going to do this together, like, that is so, that just sets me on fire right there. And then the other one, when you're thinking about a legacy, like when you're gone, right? Like I want you to know that I know for a fact that you're going to be remembered by these kids, but I want you to also know that this community is going to be blessed because of the things that you were able to bring here with consistency, like every single day. All of those things that you talked about it doesn't matter what the environment was. Everybody can do those things. And that's awesome. Adam Raby, if you do me a favor, say goodbye to the world, and then we're going to close out.
Well, Nick, I appreciate the time to come down and sit and talk with you, man. It's always a great conversation. One of my best dudes in the world. So keep doing what you're doing, keep spreading your hope, man, and the world will change. The world will be a better place. Thanks a lot.
Oh, not a problem. And I'm coming back. And I challenge everybody else to watch Lockland, not just on the football and basketball field. Watch Lockland. Watch them in the paper. Watch them in the news. Watch their students that are going to be graduating from this place, because things have changed. Not things are going to change. Things have changed. And it's time for everyone else to notice. This is Nick Jackson. We're repping Speak Love. Thank you for being here. Peace.